Good evening, everyone. We'll have an interview today with Shannon, and we are waiting for her to join us today. We are so excited about this, and we'll wait until Shannon is there live and I can add her to this interview with you. So, as you may know, we have some interviews at Faranak Impact with the inspiring people, either moms. Yes, she is Shannon. Shannon is here. So, Shannon, can you join us? Hi, Shannon. Please send a request to me and I will add you. Okay, yes, I got it. Okay, so today we will have an interview with a great mom. Hi, Shannon.
How are you?
We're good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm doing good. There's a bit of bad weather passing through right now, so if you hear thunder and the TV is also going, so oh boy.
Wow, what a spring. Here is rainy as well. It's just like again, it's somehow winter coming again.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah, no, it's
but
pretty bad.
today was good actually. The weather is so nice. Okay, so I was telling and the people who are watching us that we have some interviews with some inspiring people like you, and we are so happy having you today with us. This series of interviews are about people's journeys, mostly about the early intervention and family-centered early intervention for like deaf and hard of hearing children. The name of this series of interviews are like echoes of inspirations, and we got inspired with a lot of wonderful people like you. I want to just introduce you briefly for the people who are watching us. So Shannon Bonardy is a hard of hearing individual, a multiracial Trinidadian American, a working mom with two little ones. Shannon is passionate advocate for hard of hearing community, especially for other moms impacted with hearing loss. Shannon shares her experiences in her page on Instagram, and I think some more places. And she shares her experiences with hearing loss, getting hearing aids, navigating motherhood, as such. So she is also a member of a community, a group of Mother Forward, a grassroots movement empowering mothers and families to advocate for large-scale change in United States, childcare and paid leave systems. So, okay, Shannon, tell us about yourself. Please
Um,
introduce yourself and tell us more about yourself.
yeah, sure. So that's basically, pretty much sums it up. I'm a hard of hearing individual. As far as early intervention goes, I would say that I'm the example of like I didn't get early intervention. So because I didn't get it, now that I'm older, looking back at it, I talk about the effects of what was the rain is. If you hear the rain, I do
Oh,
apologize. Yeah, that's it coming down.
yeah.
So I guess my example would be, that I didn't get early intervention, and there's a lot of things that I wish were differently, but now that I know better, I'm doing better for my children, and also sharing my story so that um, if someone does feel like their story aligns with mine, I could hopefully inspire them to get early intervention
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
you know, have that I didn't have. So that's what I try to be that person that wasn't there for me when I was younger. That's pretty much my inspiration for everything.
So Shannon, can you take us back to the moment you found that you realized that you are deaf, hard of hearing?
Yeah,
Do you remember those days?
I do actually. It was a lot of the moment that I realized that there was going to be problems. It was okay.
Hello,
Was
cutie.
sorry, my daughter. So the moment I realized that I was hard of hearing, it was in school. I did personally. I had the inkling that something was wrong because
Hmm.
when they were calling for attendance, I would
Hmm.
think that she was saying my name, but it was someone else's
Hmm.
name. So I was in denial for so
Hmm.
long,
Hmm.
just trying to say, no, I'm okay, nothing's wrong with me, I'm
Hmm.
fine. Even though, my family, my dad's side of the family, they've worn hearing aids, my father wears hearing aids. For
Hmm.
some reason, I thought, oh, I'm too young, or no, this is not happening to me. So for a while, it was denial, um,
Hmm.
and just trying not to believe that I had a problem.
Hmm.
So that was my initial emotions with it.
And could you remember that when you found that your children are hard of hearing?
Well, my kids are not. My kids, I have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. They're not hard of
Oh,
hearing. What it is there
okay.
was some concerns.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there was a concern for
Okay.
my
Okay.
daughter. Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
they're not.
Okay. Okay. So, can you remember about the emotions that your mom or dad has, you know, about?
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, no worries. I understand.
Honestly, it wasn't an open dialogue. I think between like my dad is the one that is hard of hearing, so there wasn't an open dialogue that
Hmm.
I could be like, hey dad, I'm feeling this way, and could you help me with this? Not not to any fault of his. I just don't think that culturally, I just don't think that Caribbean men talk about their feelings. So I don't think,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it was a lot of we just don't talk about this. Don't ask, don't
Okay.
tell.
Okay. And
So yeah, go
mm,
ahead.
okay, yeah. Okay, so what was the biggest turning point in your life?
The
Like in your
biggest thing.
journey, I mean. So,
So once I finally got like a full-time career at my local government, I was hired to into their human resources department. So the biggest turning point for me was like I had to face the problem head on. So I had to get my hearing aids. And that was the biggest turning point for me because I was like, this is a problem. This is affecting my work. And if I don't deal with it,
mm,
it's just going to get worse. I'm not going to be able to keep a job. So that was the biggest turning point for me. I got with a program that we have here in the States called vocational rehab. And based on my financial situation at the time, they were able to help me get fully paid hearing aids. So I was able
oh,
to get
okay.
hearing aids. Yeah.
So who was there for you? Was there anyone that supported you most, or make you feel better? Something like
Well,
emotions.
yeah, well, I mean, my sister was good at, being there. A lot of times, like, I decided to cope with it, like, um, with humor. So I just tried to be, like,
Yeah.
sarcastic and try. So people didn't take it seriously because I wasn't taking it seriously. So it was, like, kind of like a joke, like, oh, haha, this is funny. My friends were there for me. They were, like, my hearing buddies and stuff. But, yes. Yes, yes, baby. Yes, okay. But for the most part, because I didn't take it seriously yet, people didn't take it seriously. So um, my friends were just being friends. My sister was just being a big sister. My mom, because I was in denial, I don't remember talking about it. But
Yeah.
there was a point that I couldn't talk about it because I was there was a point where I couldn't talk about it without crying
Oh,
because I was so emotional about the fact that I have hearing aids or I have a hearing problem. So it was. Go.
bring
I'm
her,
sorry.
bring her
Go ahead.
here.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's
Sorry. Kids
fine. You can
can't
bring
plan
her
it.
here to the interview. So,
Anywho.
Shannon, was there any time that you feel like unseen and unheard, or trying to do something but nobody was there for you? Something like.
I mean, that's how I felt with dealing with the whole thing. I felt like I couldn't admit because then I guess that made it real. So because I couldn't admit it, people were not in on the real problem, the real issue. So I did feel like I was just putting up like a front, like, oh no, I'm
Mm,
okay. But then really I'm not. Like
mm, mm,
at the end of the day, I would be like, okay, no, I need to do something about it. Like I'll just do something tomorrow. Keep putting it off until it really became a problem, which was once I became employed, when I
mm,
decided to face it.
mm. So, what kept you just moving in the hardest moments?
I kept, once I got my hearing aids, it opened up like, wow, this is what I've been missing. Why didn't I just, it wasn't hard. Like, I took the step, but I was kind of just kicking myself in the butt. Like, why didn't I do this sooner? Like, it's just hearing aids. It's fine. Now I could answer this phone call. Now I could be confident in what I'm hearing on this phone call. Now I could be confident in this meeting that I'm hearing the right thing and
Mm,
that people are asking me. So, that kept me going. Once I got the hearing aids, and I was like, okay, there's so much that I can do with these
mm.
tools. Now I'm actually going to be able to do them instead of being scared. Like, no, I'll put it off tomorrow. It actually gave me the drive to move forward. Like, okay, well now I can do this.
Mommy,
Okay.
mommy, did the book on the brush?
Okay.
Moms are always busy.
And yeah, throw kids in the mix, and it's like, oh my god.
I remember when my kids were little ones. Oh, it was crazy. And I was always so busy, super busy. I was always like so creative to making some ways to keep them busy.
It's so much like, you always have to kind of listen, like if they're too quiet, but then if they're too loud, like, it's always some noise or not, not making noise, and then it gets suspicious. So it's always a handful.
So, Shannon, what has been the most beautiful like moments or unexpected gifts in your journey? Do you remember something? Do you want to tell us something
Yes,
about it?
yes, of course. I think the most beautiful, unexpected gift that I've gotten throughout this journey is the fact that there's a very supportive, hard of hearing deaf community that I didn't even know, was out there. Like I wish, social media makes it more accessible for us,
Yeah.
but when I was younger, I wish there were people that looked like me that I could be like, hey, you were hearing it, I was hearing it too. Like, oh, that's so cool. Um, but there wasn't like that when I was younger.
Yeah.
So now that there is, it's like, wow, there's people out there that look like me
Mm.
and are unapologetically themselves, and
Yeah.
it's okay. You don't need to be ashamed of it.
So, if you could say something to the moms or the hard of hearing guys like yourself, what what piece of advice would you, give them? Something that you want to tell them?
Yeah, I want to let people know throughout. our conversations and any conversation I have in my Instagram page, I just want people to know that it's you're not a liability. You should not be ashamed. Everybody deals with their own hearing loss journey in their own way, but you don't have to hide it.
Yeah,
The more you talk about it, the more you
that's
raise awareness.
mm,
Everybody's journey is different, so just try to get to that point that you can talk about it, and it's a beautiful thing to share your story with others,
yeah.
so that they don't feel so alone. So that's what I would tell.
Great, great points. I remember a young, beautiful girl who was hard of hearing. And in Iran, we had hijab.
Mhm.
So it's very, easy for women to just hide it,
Mhm.
the hearing aids or the cochlear implant. And
Mhm.
she had two cochlear implants, and for the whole life, her family, like her mom and her dad, were hiding it.
Oh.
And yes, and she was at the age that she wanted to get married, and she was in love with someone, and no one in the whole family, or their friends,
Mhm.
mm, did not know that she is deaf.
Oh wow.
Yes, and she was so upset, and she told me that I do not know what to do. And I said, so it's time to tell everyone. And she
Yeah.
said, but my mom you know, might die. It's a shock for her. I said, no, it's not. It's your
Mm.
life. You should decide what to do, and you should, decide how you want to live. And hiding it doesn't, help you anymore.
It does not.
And it needed, a lot of courage for her. Um, I remember those days. Yeah. That's very correct. Very true. So, uh, did you have any like good feedback about uh, from your social media? Was there anyone that tells you that like your presentation in social media, or the things that you share helped
Mhm.
us, or something like that?
Well, I did have a very, I mean, I've never met any of these people before in real life, maybe like a handful, but everyone that I've met is literally strangers on the internet. So there's one girl in particular, one younger woman in particular. She's in New York. She's a model, like on like Fifth Avenue model, does Fashion Week, and she wears hearing aids.
Oh,
So she kind of reached out to me and she was like, hey, I see you're a mom and you wear hearing aids. And she's also a newlywed. So she was kind of like looking for guidance as to like, how is it intimidating asking questions? So I'm glad that she found my page and she was able to ask me questions.
oh,
And now we chat like friends like
lovely.
every day. Yeah, I found that very touching. And just the community that of moms that I'm connected with in Mother Forward. Um, that group is very supportive. It's a bunch of great women, and they're always so supportive. Anything that I post,
Oh,
they'll share it. They will just be like, I think I did a fundraiser for the HLAA, Hearing Loss Association of America, and
uh-huh.
many of them donated to it. So I'm just grateful for that,
Wow.
that type. Yeah, so it's been a great journey, and that's the beautiful part of it, the support that I found from total strangers, but they are so supportive and great. So,
Great.
yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So, Shannon, if someone watching this just felt lost, um, right now, I mean, what words of hope would you want to tell her or him?
I would say that I know it's hard when you're in it, but to try to look beyond it And if they're strong enough to face the issue, they can overcome it and eventually master it. So I know. It took me, I believe I was 22 years old when I got my first pair of hearing aids. So it took me 22 years to actually like be like, no, this is a problem. Let me deal with it. But once you do that, it opens up so many doors for you, and you know, you I'd say free, but you kind of feel free after that, and
Yeah.
yeah, know that there's no limits to your hearing. You put the hearing aids on, and they're just you put the cochlear implant on, and it's just a tool to help you go further in life.
And is there anything you want to tell parents with newly diagnosed deaf kids? Wow,
Oh, yes, yes, I
was
do.
it
Yeah,
thunderstorm?
that was thunder. That was thunder. Florida thunder and lightning is no joke. Yes, I do want to, for every parent that has a newly found out that their child is deaf or hard of hearing, know that your child is not broken. You don't need to fix them. But what they do need is your support. And if you can help them, because sometimes they're younger, they don't know, that these resources are out there for them. So if you can help them in that area until they're old enough to do so for themselves, I think that would make like a big help. So um, be the one that finds the resources and helps the kids understand the resources.
Great, great. Thank you. So lovely. I like it. Thank you so much, Shannon. So people like you are so inspiring, and it helps, watching these words coming from your mouth is so inspiring and give them hope to know that it's not the end of the world, and yeah, your children will be as successful as their peers. And yeah, and there are a
Thank you
lot
for
of
having
things.
this.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you,
I
thank
think
you
it's very
so much.
important. Yeah.
Okay, so I see that it's 7:22, and we did our 20 minutes live Instagram today with the incredible Shannon in spring day with thunderstorm in Florida and many rain in Toronto. Okay. These Echoes of Inspiration Live Instagram has ended now, and we are so great being here for you. If you have any questions, just send us an email. You can connect with Shannon if you want. I will put the recorded file and to in the Instagram,
Okay.
and you can follow us and follow Shannon and send a message if you want. And if you want to be here as an interviewee, just send us an email or a message to us. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Shannon.
Bye. Take
Bye
care.
bye. Take care.